ladies and gentlemen, it's the Bama Standard, and we are brought to you as always by Workspace Solutions and Oakmont Financial Partners. I'm your host, Justin Riley. With me, as always, is the living legend, All-SEC linebacker, Mr. Marvin Constant, and senior analyst of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, Stephen M. Smith. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, what's going on?
All right. Marvin, so are we done with the cruises this summer, or we got one more? You got one more in?
Cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, man, listen, I'm going to tell you something, man. I've already booked Costa Rica February 14th to the 19th. I've already booked a trip to Malacorta, Spain. I got to get a trip into the Maldives as well in the next 6 months. So I got to figure out where I'm going to put that. Oh, I ain't never done, man. Listen, long as planes flying, I'm getting on them.
I don't know, man. If they see the load of your artillery for July 4th, man, they may push back on you coming in their countries. So you may need to send a letter ahead to their governing officials before you just roll up in there.
That's just once a year, man. Once a year, me and my friends, we like to do it. So just have a little fun. So
that's what's up. Well, guys, we got a tremendous show tonight. Before we get started, everybody hit the notification button to notify you when we're on every Tuesday night. But also, I want you to hit like and subscribe. And also, go to all of our channels at the Bama Standard and just about anywhere you want to be. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Also, we have our YouTube channel now, the Bama Standard. So definitely look us up. Stephen M. Smith, we have probably one of the most anticipated episodes in the history of our show. Man, if you would, start bringing on the guests, man. Everybody's ready.
I mean, these are not just guests. This is the institutional family when it comes down to Alabama football. This is a father and his sons, and they all have played a tremendous role in helping this proud university be what it has become. So starting us off here, we got the junior right here, played at Alabama, tremendous young man, coach, father, got the script A already on the shirt, so you know he about that business. He probably heard you about to do some stupid stuff more than anybody else has heard on the show. We got Terry Jones Jr. in here. We got TJ in the building. What's going on, man?
Man, how you doing, man? Appreciate you having me on the show.
Absolutely. But with him, we got his other on here that is coaching at UAB. Going staying as the man Bill Clark can step down, but we know UAB's in good hands. We got the man of Push-Up Nation, got the best Under Armour shirt on right now. Look at him. He already flexing harder than Marvin. We got Jason Jones in here. What's going on, JJ?
What's up, man? Glad to be here, man.
Absolutely. And now we bring on the man everybody's been waiting on. The man that's been a part of so many national championships in Alabama history, I probably can't even recall them all. From Bear Bryant to Coach Saban, he's played the game, he's coached the game, he's mentored the game, he's the OG of the game. The weight room will never be the same with his presence no longer in there because this man is retired and enjoying it. But we look at the legend that's in here. Coach TJ, Coach Terry Jones, Coach is in here.
That's what's up. Welcome in, everybody. Excited to have y'all on.
Baby.
I think Landis Baxter is still having nightmares, Big T. I think Landis ran the Jacks more than anybody I know.
Yes, he did.
Was that by design, Coach?
Hey, but I though. Yeah, it was. I had to take care of all
That's what's up. But hey, guys, if y'all ever need someone to represent y'all when y'all walk into a room or have an event, we're reading out Stephen M. Smith. His rates will be posted on our website, so feel free to check that out.
You're going to have to add a surcharge for his inhaler because he don't need it.
Man, I ain't no inhaler, man. Come on,
Get that inhaler, man. Come on.
Well, we got a big show planned tonight. We're still waiting on Steve Brown and Bo Scarbrough to arrive. But we have a few surprises, and you'll see those throughout the show. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and jump right into it, gentlemen. Coach, I do have to ask you, man, back in your recruiting, what was that conversation like between you and Coach Bryant in your living room? And just tell me about the atmosphere.
Well, I came to Tuscaloosa. Coach Bryant came to pick me up playing with Curly Hallman. And I flew over in the car. I met Coach. I had a couple of years ago. I told my mama he'd be locked up in there at 11 o'clock because they didn't have. That was funny. What school you going to? I said, Tennessee. He said, you win no championship. Going to South Carolina. He said, you're going to football. So the next day I said, Coach, put a paper. Let me see. So some of Alabama with a blitz. But the key thing with other school had a need to play Captain Howard had to stay out the eat. That was funny.
Welcome in, Steve Brown. Glad to have you on, my brother. What's going on?
What's up, Coach? What's up, TJ?
What's going on, Steve? What
How
TJ
y'all
doing? Big TJ and little TJ.
Hello, Steve.
What's going on, y'all? Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Y'all better hurry up and speak to Steve. He ain't got long. You know, he out on the yard for a little bit of freedom. He got about 20.
Don't do him like that, Marvin. Don't do him like that. Nah.
Hey,
Hey,
man,
look. Steve's about to shoot his 5th Stacey Adams commercial. They got that new brand coming out.
Hey, man, I'm just here for the retirement party, man. It's been a long time, man. You put that time in, Coach.
My question is, how is the place going to stay together without you being in the weight room or on campus? It's just hard to picture Alabama without Coach TJ.
I'm wondering why he retired now. Because I've been hearing I'm going to retire for the last 20 years. Why now?
Yeah, he's been talking about it for a while. He's been talking about it for a while. And like you said, he snuck this one on us because he came over here and he was like, hey, I put them papers in, Junior. 65.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? We appreciate everything that you've done, you know, and
young lady had benefit. And she put everything. And I said, I can enjoy my life. Bad.
That's what's up. Well, I got to bring up, man, listen, a couple of weeks ago, we had the debate about who was probably the hardest hitter to come on this show. Now, you know, we named some names, but we left one of them off. In the 1978 Sugar Bowl, Coach TJ, you laid a hit that just put a guy in the ground. The running back from Ohio State, I think, is still laying on the floor in New Orleans. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that real quick.
Near the Alabama 28. Oh, what a great play. Defensive play by the middle guard, Terry Jones.
I'm gonna tell you something. You know, the worst hit you can take from somebody is when they hit you that hard and help you up. Like, nah, I ain't done with you.
Get up.
Get on up. But see, the thing
my dad
is,
never taught me that.
But you know what? But this is the difference between Coach Jones and Marvin. Every time Marvin made a hit, the running back helped him up. And I was just wondering, you know.
Well, I have a bone to pick with the people who decided the national championship that year. You know, we did our thing, beat Ohio State, but they still gave it to Notre Dame. But that game against Ohio State, Coach, y'all played a tremendous defensive performance led by you. Can you talk about that game against Ohio State? I got him coming in on 3 screens.
Yeah, we're trying to get him right. Yeah, my sister over there trying to get them right.
Got the quad over there. They hooking it up.
I'm digging the community effort.
Hey, you know how it is. It's all work. It's all of the work. But hey, my dad helping people up off the ground. He always told me, "Hey, don't help nobody up." He told me that Jason can test for that one. So me seeing him pick somebody off the ground, that's new to me. We got to have a conversation when we get off of this.
I think you helped them up. Like, when you start doing that?
Oh, so that's where you learn about them cheap shots. We used to cheap shot me in practice, Junior. I got it now.
Hey, you started it. You started.
Hey, so Coach Jones, Terry just said that you used to tell them not to help people up.
Yeah.
But we see you on film helping people up. Can you explain that? I don't think you can hear me.
I don't think you can either.
Well, while we get his audio, or his
You know, get him down the line. Get him down the line, keep him down. You know, a total different thing.
while we try to get his audio and his internet taken care of, I gotta bring attention to Jimmy Clay with the $50 super chat. Thank you.
Let's go.
Let's get it. But I mentioned earlier we got a few surprises because tonight's about honoring you, Coach TJ. Well, we have somebody in the waiting room who wanted to jump on and share some stories, as well as a special thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, former offensive lineman for Alabama SEC champion, Mr. Griff Redmill. What's going on, brother?
Hey, guys. Roll Tide.
Man, what's going on, Griff?
Not much.
What's up, Griff? What's going on, man?
Hey, good to see you guys.
Griff.
Coach Jones, can you hear me?
Griff, you remember me?
I do. Hey, Steve.
Yeah, I was fourth string behind you. No, that means I ain't even get the dress.
I vaguely remember you.
Right. I ain't get the dress, but I was, yeah.
Well, Griff, we appreciate you being on, man. When I first told you about this, weeks ago, you said as soon as it happened to let you be a part of it. So we're glad you're here. If you would, man, kind of share some stories about what Coach TJ has meant from you. You told me that you had a great story as to how you got to Alabama because of him. Floor is yours, my friend.
Well, so I'm sure you guys tonight are going to hear a bunch of hilarious stories about Coach Jones and all the crazy stuff he made us do and all the punishment stories. And he was a master at creating painful situations to get us in the right place. But I want to tell you one that's a little bit different from that. When I got to Alabama, I was not a real highly recruited guy. I was kind of a late bloomer and just kind of trying to figure out my place. And I was a freshman, and do I really belong here? And I grew up an Alabama fan, 50 miles down the road in Jasper, Alabama. And the thought of the University of Alabama and the football program and everything about it was so huge to me. So it was intimidating for a guy like me coming in. I was probably one of the last guys in my signing class. So, I had a lot of, self-doubt. Do I belong here? Can I compete? And one day in the weight room, we're in there getting after it, and he pulls me aside and I don't even know why he did it. But he just kind of gives me a little pep talk. And he says, if you do the right things, you can be one of the best linemen to ever come through here. And I thought, really? Me? And, of course, I wasn't one of the best linemen to ever come through there. But, just that little bit of motivating word let me know that I did belong. And, hey, I'm just some effort and some work away from being something that I want to be. And, of course, I wound up, playing a lot more football there than I ever thought I could. And I really attribute a lot of that to that one conversation I had with Coach Jones. It made me know that, he believed in me. And he's the guy that's spending 70% of the time with us in the weight room in the off season and the preseason and whatnot before you're even around your position coach. So I thought, if this guy believes in me, then I should believe in me. And if he believes in me, then my coach is going to believe in me. And anyway, that was a special moment for me, and it gave me the confidence that I think I needed to, put forth the effort required to get where I wanted to get.
Well, Griff, you know what? I recall a conversation like that, but it was totally different with me. He told you that you could be the best football player, but he told me to get the hell on. But the thing is,
you weren't the only one that had that one too.
Yeah. He told me to go on about my business. Yeah, so same type of motivation. It's still motivation. It's still motivation. Motivation is motivation. You know.
Welcome back, Mr. Constant.
Hey man, I was getting a whole lot of feedback over here. I was like, let me go out and come back in and see what's going on.
Well, speaking of,
go ahead.
Speaking of great offensive linemen, while Griff is sharing his testimony, we have one of the best to ever do it at that position. Join us, Mr. Wesley Britt. Glad to have you on this evening.
Justin, it's always an honor to be on, and I appreciate everything you do. But TJ, baby, the man of the hour. Boy, I am just so grateful for everything you do for the university, everything you've done for me and my family. It's just incredible. It's incredible, man, because it was, you know, I was there at a different time than everybody else probably, where we had, 4 head coaches, a couple of years of probation, 4 university presidents. Man, TJ, you were the consistency. You know, Griff was talking about like you're with your strength coach more than everybody else, but you were always there for us, not just there doing the paychecks and trying to work on your career, which you did an unbelievable job at that too. But I felt like you were there for us, working to help us become productive members of society and better humans and better football players all around. And man, those things you taught me in those weight rooms, mainly not stealing no honey buns, staying away from your honey buns. That's something I carry with me every day, man. And I'm glad now you can go be with your grandbabies and your little granddaughter and give her some honey buns now.
The crazy thing is, he still say the honey bun thing.
What's the key? I know your mom and daddy, and I have mom and daddy. I'm gonna put my foot up there. So,
That's right.
Your daddy take care of my boy. Make sure you do what I did to you. You get a phone call about nobody calling her. You go to jail, gonna sue me and thing. Your folks say make him grow up. Turn into a man. I did.
Yep. Hey, I think you had to call him a couple times.
So one of my things was get to know the mom.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Man, we appreciate it for all
you
of
and your
brothers.
two brothers have a trip. Better baby.
You had to put up with all 3 of us.
The other one was one of my favorite things. Yeah. So when I get straight from your service station on the way home, get a honey bun and a chocolate milk and drive home instead of giving me a 6-pack of beer. So I get a honey bun and I don't go worry about the police side. I have me a honey bun and a milk. Go home.
Good to go. Good to go.
And Steve, you brought something different to the game. Hey, you brought something different to the game. And everybody from there.
I mean, it means a lot coming from you because you've seen it all.
That's what's up. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all coming in tonight and sharing those stories with us.
And start out Bill Curry, even with they wasn't giving me a philosophy. Then we went to Dubo era, then Fran Jones, it was just coach of philosophy and what they want to do from people offensive line and defense.
Okay, now who was the coach that stayed like a month? He got caught up in something. He stayed like a month.
Mike Price.
He was there for 20 minutes.
Mike Price, yeah. Because honestly, what happened with Mike Price, nobody knew, is that he wouldn't let me go in the strip club with them. So I told. So
That's right. Hey, he did need Cedric in there. Cedric wouldn't have let him use the university credit card.
Yeah, with that mobile, you get a credit card. You couldn't do stuff like that.
Well, I had a Sam's card, same thing, but
Yeah, they ain't taking no EBT.
No, they ain't taking them.
So you couldn't do that with Bama Cash either?
Yeah, that was only good for Domino's.
Oh, Oh,
Hey, Buffalo
and
Bills on
wings.
the script, they took it.
They did.
Oh, yeah. Hey guys, before I hop off here, I got to go, but I want to tell you, TJ, I love you, man. I appreciate everything you did for our university and for me personally, and I wish you a happy retirement, brother.
You deserve it.
Oh, before you go, I just want to tell you I love you.
Yeah, and I'm still wondering. Well, you told Griff he would be the best offensive lineman to ever play. I never got that. You just told me I was trash from the beginning.
Well, I may have had a lot more ground to make up than you did. That may have been the reason behind it.
Well, guys, we definitely
hey guys,
appreciate
I'm gonna hop
y'all.
off here. Roll Tide. Thanks for having
Roll
me.
Tide. We appreciate y'all jumping on real quick. I got some other folks in the waiting room who want to jump in and share. But guys, thank y'all so much. All right. Well, where one goes, we got another one walking in. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one of the best offensive linemen. I think we got a little trend going here, but the intensity does not go down. Just walked in the room is none other than Evan Mathis. What's going on, brother?
Big E.
What's up,
Hey,
Evan?
Evan. Hey, Evan, before y'all go any farther, let me say this. Listen, Justin, I think you messing up right now, and I just got to say it. I'm gonna call you out on why are you bringing these offensive linemen in and letting them go? Why don't you just replace them with the offensive line we got now? Can y'all come back for a couple more years if y'all don't mind?
Yeah.
Just get rid of the whole damn offensive line. Y'all think y'all got some snaps in y'all. Y'all just come on back. I don't know why Justin let y'all go.
We already got the NILs for y'all prepared. We already got the NILs
Exactly. Exactly.
And there's always a prize to see.
I can do my part. You like Stacey Adams?
You want to do it?
I'd be good for one play. Evan, on the other hand, that man
I'm not.
powerful.
No. Can't do it. Maybe defensive. I'll play defensive end or something. Or I never scored a touchdown. I need some more. I need the ball or something. I'm done with O-line. I had enough of that.
Yeah, but just got to throw it to us softly. Don't throw it too hard.
Softly, please.
I got you, Coach. Before you were having some problems earlier.
TJ, are you muted? You talking, but I don't hear nothing.
Nah, I'm unmuted. I'm unmuted.
No, your dad. I hear him. It looks like he's talking, but I don't hear a sound.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with it.
Let me write the tech team over there. Make sure they get
TJ's house.
He's even to write the tech team.
He dropped the honey bun on the mute button.
No.
Is that what it was?
That's funny.
Yeah, we might have to get my sister to maybe take him outside, get on his phone so he can be able to hear. I don't know.
All right. Evan, now that you're here, man, if you would share a story or share maybe a little testimonial about Coach TJ and what he's meant to you.
Man, what a legend this guy is. One story that really comes to mind is kind of a funny story, kind of a coming into my own rite of passage moment in my life. When I was a freshman at Alabama, after practice one day, or not after practice, I had to leave practice early. And I told everybody I had to go take a test in one of my classes. But actually, I was going to an NSYNC concert in Birmingham.
Wait, what?
What?
And Matt Lomax told on me because he was mad he had to still practice and I wasn't, and I had left early. And Coach TJ found out, and he said, "We're gonna do some stupid shit." And I had to show up with TJ one morning. It was like 5 a.m. or something, and we went to the indoor facility, and he had me just start doing jumping jacks. And then I was doing jumping jacks until I was pretty much crying. And then he told me to get on. He told me to lay down and just start rolling. And you don't think rolling is that hard, but when you start rolling forever, it's serious business. And I had a coming to Jesus moment right there with Terry that morning, and he put me through it. But I will never forget that. I think that evening, that morning probably has a lot to do with my character development. Terry, can you hear us at all? Nope.
I don't think so.
We need IT over there.
Hey, but Evan, I'm gonna tell you the funny thing about it. I missed the class one morning, and what you talking about? He did his own son like that. I had to do back burpees. Had to sit here and hold the world,
bro. I knew, yeah, and it's all love. You know, I know it's all love, though. It's all love for TJ.
It is all love.
Hey,
he did it because he expects more out of you.
Yes.
So is it safe to say if he came home and the family made him mad, he'll have all y'all out there rolling?
I got some other stuff to say, but I don't want to. Like you said, it's a little old defense may be watching.
Look,
hey, you know my dad from Washington County. He's from the country, so he got some things he could be doing. He did to us, so I'm gonna keep Jason though. So I'm gonna keep that between us.
Real quick, guys.
Hold on.
It made you a hell of a baller, so that's all that matters.
Speaking of us.
Speaking of baller,
my niece, all of us, like you said, it made us into good people. And like you said,
absolutely, man. It was definitely strong. It was great for our character development. They weren't trying to they weren't trying to torture us or, it was to teach us something, and we learned for sure.
Yes,
we learned.
Now, Evan, was that NSYNC concert still good?
Man, I went with this. It was okay. I went with the girl. She's never talked to me again after that. I was probably scaring her how fast I was driving or something. Plus, 19-year-old Evan Mathis.
She didn't go with you because you took her to NSYNC. You should have took her to the Backstreet Boys.
Is that the problem?
That was the problem.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, y'all mentioned baller earlier. We just had one enter the room. That's none other one of the hardest hitting dudes at that linebacker position, Mr. Nico Johnson. What's going on, brother?
Nico!
Not much, guys. How y'all doing?
What up, Nick?
Great.
We doing good. We're doing good.
Nico.
Well, Nick, you're here with Coach TJ. If you would, man, share a story, our testimonial, something to honor this man. We have him here for this one night. And it's his night, so go right ahead, brother.
Two things, and some of the guys can attest to this. We all have PTSD when we hear the words "hands behind the line," and so that really, a lot of people try to give that to other coaches. That started with Coach Terry, and so even now when I hear other coaches say it, hands behind the lines, it kind of gives me those chill bumps because we already knew when we heard those words it was time to work. So that's one of those things that I always think is funny because we all, no matter what year it is for Alabama, we always have the same story. And two, one story with Coach that's kind of a testimony for me with Coach Jones. He made me realize really something that I carry on now that I'm a coach and into my everyday life is listen to the message, not how it's presented. And so anybody know that either played for Coach Terry, worked with him, or he mentored or coached up or developed, they know how Coach Terry is. He's old school, hard-nosed. And for me, it was bittersweet looking back on it now. You used to get on to us pretty damn hard. And he always taught me, even to now looking on it, always listen to the message, not how it's been delivered. And he was, like I said, he was one of those hard-nosed guys that would instill that within me and some of my other teammates. And so that's one thing that I'm forever grateful for him that I learned was that. It's just always listen to the message, not the way it's being presented. And so especially nowadays with this generation, a lot of guys, when you get onto their butts, I'm going to try not to cuss, but get onto their butts, they take it the wrong way. And I always say, listen to the message, not how I'm delivering it. And I learned that from Coach Jones. And so I'm forever grateful, happy that he gets to, ride off in the sunset on his terms and enjoy life.
That's what's up.
What's up? You know what? I'm gonna say something let me say something on a personal level real quick. No, I didn't play for Bama. Well, I did play, but it was PlayStation. Same thing, But what I want to say is him and Coach Kelvin Kroom, I would consider, just growing up in Tuscaloosa, like real dad role models. I mean, what you would want a dad to be like. They all, they not only did they serve the community, they raised their own kids up to be successful at everything, have great character, and they were just always supportive of their kids, but at the same time they helped out so many other kids, and of course Coach Jones, he did it on a collegiate level with you guys, but I've never seen two men in my lifetime in Tuscaloosa do the things that Coach Kelvin Crone and Coach Jones did with their prospective families. And to me, that speaks volumes. So I'm not on here, of course, talking about the football experience because I didn't have one, but I knew him on a personal level, watching the way he did things and how he conducted himself, and how his sons and his daughters just kind of feel the apple don't fall far from the tree. And all of them became successful people, great people, well respected. And I mean, those are two men that I'll always have so much respect for, just because, they didn't just talk the game, they really lived it. And they showed dads how to be real dads. And a lot of us in our community wish and prayed that we had a dad like Coach Jones and Coach Kelvin Crone. So Coach Jones, I thank you so much. I trust me, I wasn't in the locker room with y'all because I couldn't sneak in. I tried, but I watched you do so many marvelous things with your sons, your daughters, and everybody else, kids. And man, that right there speaks volumes. So, hey, listen, you enjoy your retirement. I'm gonna try to come to Tuscaloosa. We're gonna go to the Citizens Club. We're gonna do all that. Everything. Prime choice. We opening it back up.
Give them that discount, the Moonwinks.
Everything.
Hey, but Steve, remember you used to coach the football camp. Remember I did the football camp every year, and you and my pops and Marvin and Tony Dixon and all those guys, y'all came out there and we did the camp. So, hey, a little something about football. You got them kids right.
You know what, man? I wasn't a good player, but I knew something, and I learned from people like your dad, you, and everybody else, man. And I just love to be around the game. And, of course, but again, I was looking at it from a different perspective. This man, your dad out here, he's teaching everybody else's kids, but at the same time, keeping his own in line. Man, that's you just don't see that. You just don't see that, so, shout out to you, Coach Jones.
It was
much
easy.
love.
It was easy for us players to buy in us even more, because he didn't treat us any different than he treated his own kids. And when he's chastising us just the same as he chastised on his kids, we knew it was coming from a genuine place. And so that's what.
He treated his kids different. He treated his kids different because hey, he shot his youngest son. I ain't want to say nothing, but he shot him. He shot that nigga on the chest.
Tell him too
much. Right. But no, it was easy for us to gravitate to Coach Jones, man, because it was coming from a genuine place. And like you said, a lot of us in our community, we didn't have that type of father figure, and at the same time, we didn't have that genuineness. And so when he presented that to us, it was easy for us to gravitate to, and be able to play the game we love at the same time, and then have a role model that we can look up to, that we can bounce things off of, that can hold us accountable to do the right things at all times, man. So that's why he holds a special place in my heart and in a lot of my teammates' hearts, just because of him just being genuine, just being him. And so, yeah.
That's what it is.
Hey, real quick, I've been wanting to ask this, and TJ Jr., one of the best things for me was watching how you closed out your career. Couldn't ask for a better way. That was that touchdown catch against Iowa State in the Independence Bowl. What did that mean to you? But more importantly, what did it mean to having your dad on the sidelines? And Coach, I'll let you follow up with that. What did it mean to you to see your son's career come to a close in that fashion?
Like I said, it was special to me. Like I said, just from a standpoint, kind of, I had my dad all my life, so when I got to university, it kind of got hard because I'm having to share him with everybody else, and he's everybody else's dad. But like I said, once I got there and I understood what his role was and what it was about, it made it even more special having him there while I was there, and going through those 4 years and them days we sat in the sauna and outside running them days 110s and running the curves and doing whatever else we were doing, just trying to get better on the football field. But him being on the sideline and all the grinding and stuff that we did, all the injuries I came back from, and just him being able to be there and being one of the first people when I got to the sideline to celebrate with made it special for me. Just because I got an opportunity, like I said, no, a lot of people get an opportunity to share their experience. Like I said, Jason got a chance to work with him. Jason got a chance for him to coach him for a little bit while he was out there playing football. But like I said, that's just something that I want to be able to do with my own 2 kids, my own 3 kids, my own 3 boys. Like I said, when they get a chance to play ball, is to have an opportunity to coach them and be a part of their life like my dad was with me.
That's what's up. Well, Nico, we really appreciate you jumping on, man. I know you've had a lot going on.
Hey, Nico, hold on, time out. Nico, you didn't get my text message, man?
What happened?
Man, I text you, you didn't respond to my message, man.
Nobody does.
I got to go back through, man. It's been a long month, man. Trying to get used to this new system, get used to this new thing, and so it's been a little different.
Hey, man, just because you moved up the food chain, don't get brand new on me now. Come on now.
No, never that. No.
Hey, Nico, whatever you do, don't text him back. He going to have you in his book half naked. Don't do it.
Doing the hook 'em pose.
Wait, hold on. Nico. Hold on. Nico, you coaching with Texas, aren't you?
No.
No, don't. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll be you traitor. Nico, I was one of your biggest fans as when you were a linebacker. You know what? I will slap your face. I say it on here, but I ain't gonna say it in person. I'm gonna say it on video.
Oh my God!
I was about to congratulate you, Nico, but I figured I'm a minority here.
Hold on, I just got one question. Will you be coaching Ben Davis while you're at Texas?
No, Ben Davis in the CFL now.
Hey, no, Ben Davis coaching him. Hey, as soon as he got there, Ben was like, look, young man, this is what we do around here. Now, look, this is what we're going to do around here. Hey, man, so tell me something, Nico. So what type of defense y'all running?
Oh, here we go.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm still
okay, so Nico, so
well, that's the Pete Gold philosophy.
Nico, so now you are still a Bama football player through and through, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so are you gonna have some crimson on up under your burnt orange on the sideline when we play y'all?
Nah, I can't do that. You said player. I'm a coach now. That's a different world. I'm in a different light now.
Hey, man.
As a player,
hey.
Yeah. I mean, I love my tie through and through, but like you said, I mean, I'm in a different light now.
All right, so let me ask you this: Do you really want to beat Bama y'all second game? Do you really want to win that game?
Man, putting him on the spot.
I know.
Only on the
game. I collect the check.
I'm one of the biggest competitors, man. In everything that I do, I really go strive out to compete. And yeah, this is the first time where I'm actually going up against my own team, my own alma mater that I bleed, crimson and white. But I'm in a different light now, of course. And so, of course, like I'm stepping on the field with the other coaches.
Well, Nico, let me say this.
I want to win.
Hey, Nico, hold on.
Nico, let me say this.
Nico, I'm coming down there. You're going to have some free time on Friday night. I'm trying to see the city.
I should.
Nico, I just want to say this to you. And I'm going to say it slow. I used to love you.
Well, next week, Steve, next week, just for you, we're going to have couples therapy and we're going to talk about it.
What's going on with all our lives, man? Marvin around here wearing tight shirts and Speedos. Nico done traded. I just don't understand.
It's been, it's blessing me with a great opportunity, man. And so I can't pass up on it to be able to learn from Coach Davis, Bo Davis, and other coaches, Joseph, Coach PK. I mean, just being able to learn from those guys, man, and take my game to a whole nother level. So I'm excited. And yeah,
they over there too?
Gotta play this yeah.
All of them over there?
He was on the short bus. Don't pay him no attention. He can't help it.
Hey, Nico. I want you to know this too. And you may not have ever known this, but I'm gonna reveal something to you. I'm gonna reveal something to you and Terry. Y'all didn't know this, but Marvin is wearing a onesie. It's snap up under the.
Coach, welcome back. We have you now.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
The tech support team trying.
I see his tech support team right there.
Yes,
that's what's up. But listen, guys, what we need to do is get to the funny stories. I've been hearing a lot of stuff over the course of several years about the great times y'all spent with Coach TJ. Marvin, I know you've got several, so man, please take the floor and let these folks know exactly what your time was like with him.
But appreciate that $4.99 from Jamie Wilhelm.
I never had a problem working out, and I was always on time. So I didn't have any issues. Now, you want to start talking about Dante Ellington? You want to talk about Dante Ellington and a whole bunch of other people who didn't make weight? You used to have to go over there at 5 o'clock in the morning. And Big T favorite line, I'm gonna make you do some stupid shit.
hey, but you know what? Marvin never had a problem working out. It was what he worked out in. Coach Jones would always tell him, son, you can't work out in a halter top. But look, the thing
is. Oh man.
Oh man. Oh my God.
Oh my God. He in there with a tube top on. I'm like, come on. his whole back out.
Yeah, I am going to have nightmares for the next week or two. Well, that is my thing. Thank you. Well, listen, we've got another guest. Well, we had another guest. Give me 1 second. We got another guest who wants to pay tribute to you, Coach Jones. Give us 1 second. I'll let him in. He keeps popping in and out.
Hey, can we all get together and jump on Nico?
Yeah.
Man, Nico, my folks. I'm going to leave my folks alone, man. I'm proud of Nico, man. I'm proud to see this growth.
I'm proud of you too, sir.
Nico was a freshman at Alabama. Hey, listen, I'm proud of you, champ. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Good luck. Except for that Alabama-Tennessee weekend.
Texas.
Tennessee. Hey, Junior. Hey, Junior got that cigar. Junior got that cigar in mind already.
Oh, you already know it. You already know it.
That's not a bad thing to have.
Is EJ all right?
I don't know, man. We're trying to get him in here.
I know.
Well, I try to get that figured out. Jason, talk to me about your dad's influence on you as, becoming a coach, and more importantly, being in the area that he did so well and kind of set the standard for, not only at Alabama, but across college football.
I know one thing he didn't do. He didn't teach you to wear them tight shirts, man. Come on, don't do that. You can't.
Wait a minute, Marvin. I know you ain't talking.
I know.
Marvin,
I got him from
Marvin, Marvin got on a shirt made out of do-rag material. How you gonna be talking about this?
I thought I learned from him. He could be at the house eating.
Go ahead, Jason.
But really, it's crazy because we'll go to like a shrink coach convention, And I'm like, all right, everybody from Alabama know who Pops is. I'm like, all right, I know that. But then we'll go to a convention, coaching from all over the nation, everybody know who he is. And it just shows the big impact that he has done. And even like me coaching now, I have my players, and it's not always about the weight. They always think I'm just going to talk to them about weight room and all that, but he always taught me to be more personal with it. So anytime I talk to my players, they know it's family. We always very personal, always trying to lead by example. So it's kind of the connection he had with me with coaching.
Oh, wow. You coaching now?
Yeah.
That's what's up. When you coaching that, man?
If you're just joining us.
Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness.
No, where you coaching at?
UAB.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I'm proud of you, man.
We actually played
What's
Nico.
up?
We played Nico now. Was it last year? You was at Louisiana Lafayette?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. We ended up playing.
Yeah, 2020. Yep.
Who won?
It was a good game.
That ain't what I asked. I said,
So you know what that means. It was a good game.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Marvin. When somebody asks somebody who won and they say, hey, man, it was a tie. Person that said it was a tie lost the fight.
They lost.
Yeah.
It was a tie.
No, that game was bittersweet for me. Not only like himself and then others like Nick Gentry, all them guys that's on that was on that staff that I got to coach against. But at the same time, that was my first time in that stadium. And so, growing up in Alabama before they did the Auburn Alabama back and forth championship game, that was the place that you dreamed about going to play the state championship game. And that was my first time. So it was kind of bittersweet to see what a tie used to play before I was born and all that. And so it was a pretty cool game, man. We had a tribute to our coach that ended up passing away.
Hold on. Did you say what a tie you should play before you were born? Because if I can remember, Junior, we played some games in Legion Field. We ain't that old, man. Hey, don't do that, Nico.
Yeah, you are.
Don't do that, Nico.
You are.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
Nico likes it.
I'm sorry to tell you, my bad. But no, it was bittersweet, man, to be able to, coach with some of the guys that I knew on a personal level and played with and the whole 9 yards. Like you said, we ended up winning, but it was actually a pretty good damn game, man. And so it actually, helped that program a lot as far as confidence. And so it's been good. It's good.
Well,
hey, Justin.
Looks like we finally got him in. Ladies and gentlemen, College Football Hall of Famer, EJ Jr. Welcome in, sir.
I'm just trying to grow up to be like you guys. How's it going? Big T, you the man, man. I'm just the man next to the man.
What's up?
Hey, EJ Jr., you like an Old Spice model over there, boy.
You need to stop.
EJ, you was a lot better than Marvin. You was better than Marvin.
Well, yeah, I would say I was a little bit better than Marvin, but I don't know if I even deserve to be in the same room with Big T. But you talking now, you want to talk about one of the true legends of the game, Terry Jones. He was a senior when I was a freshman, kind of took me under his wings a little bit, tried to show me the ropes. This man turned down being a possibly All-American center again. Gave up his position for Dwight Stevenson so he could play on the defense, and he helped anchor the defense as one of the best in the country back in 1977 season. Went on to play ball at Green Bay. And then he's always been considerate to me and my guys when I was at Central State. He helped showed us around the campus, gave my guys words of wisdom, talking about, your brotherhood is basically looking at guys on your left who's on that foxhole, being on that right of that foxhole, but they always got your back and your side. And I really appreciate him for being able to speak to those guys and tell them like it really TI is. And coming from, to me, one of the greatest legends that ever played at Alabama.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. Can you talk about those battles you had between Dwight Stevenson and yourself, Coach?
Back then we used to have what they call 3-on-3. Some people call it inside drill, but we called it 3-on-3. And my first time, I'm a defensive end, and I jump in the drill over Dwight. Now Dwight, is quick, one of the quickest ball snappers. T was pretty nasty too. But I jumped over Dwight, beat him with a quick move, hit Tony Nathan in the backfield. Was a great hit. And so I'm excited that I beat Dwight. So I jump back in there in the middle. Second time, I tried to do a quick move the other way. Dwight caught me by the shoulder pads, went 15 yards down the field, put me on my back. And I mean, planted me, like put me down on the ground. And I jumped up and said, oh, it's going to get real now. So I lined up the third time. And Coach Brown looked down out of his tie. He says, why do I have a defensive end over a center? Get EJ out of there. And I looked at Slide and said, thank you. Because I knew that last time might not be pretty.
Well, listen, the fun is not stopping here while you were giving that great story. Apparently, we got another trend coming here because in the waiting room, we have another one of the best linebackers to ever play for the University of Alabama. And that's none other than number 11, Saleem Rasheed. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? Well, where's Coach Jones at, man? Where's my man Coach Jones at, man? I see him over there.
He's trying to get it.
I can only hear you. Is anybody else? Can I hear anybody else, or is it just is everyone else muted? For some reason, I can only hear you.
We can hear you.
His tech support team is getting him set up.
Yeah.
Well, we get that worked out. Saleem, man, if you would share some stories about Coach, some great times, and if you got any funny stories, that's what we're really going for. But go right ahead, brother.
Well, I have nothing but positive experience from Coach Jones, man, and he really introduced me to like another form of exercise. When we were going through middle school, high school, we were all obsessed with kind of, numbers, like bench, squat, what's your power clean. And Coach Jones, when we first got in there, man, he took us through some, what I came to know as calisthenic exercises that just broke all of us, man. He took us in the barn is what we used to call it. And man, he broke us down with push-ups, squat jumps, burpees. That's the first time I was introduced to burpees, and I thought I was in some kind of shape until I came into contact with Coach Jones, man, and he beat us down. And that's what I ended up evolving back to is a calisthenic routine after all the years of weightlifting. The majority of the things I do are kind of like body weight, explosive exercises. So it's really the best form of exercise. And he kind of introduced me to that. I remember when I first came in as a freshman, I was, bench presser. And, he looked at my leg and said, I wonder what you can squat. So yeah, I had been working on my squat or whatever. So we had a good respect for each other. I was able to get under there and do a few squats, and he shook his head and like, all right. So with Coach Jones, you had to earn his respect. And once you earn his respect, as long as you didn't do anything to violate, he treated you like a man. But what a lot of people don't realize is he shared in raising a lot of us and teaching us, the proper, characteristics of being a man. So, I just had nothing but a positive, loving experience with him. I never got on this crap list, so I don't ever remember having to do any stupid stuff with it. But yeah, I saw many guys having to do the stupid crap with him. And there were all kind of creative things he came up with in terms of us doing that stuff, in terms of them doing it. But I stayed off his crap list, so I didn't end up having to do too much of that.
All right, I'm gonna tell you about Big T. Big T was one of the ones who grew up with me and Coach Jim Street.
Man, I can't hear anybody, Justin. All I can hear is you.
We all hear you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I see people talking though, and I can hear you. But it's cool. It's cool as long as y'all hear me, man. But
that's that boost mobile device.
The burpees, man. Golly.
See, y'all, a lot of you young men don't know. So that came from Coach Jim Street. We used to have a trainer who looked like the penguin on Batman, named Jim Street. And we would go down the lower gym of the Coliseum. You all may have never seen that part. But Jim Street was one of those who taught all of us, and this is why Big T gets it, because I still do it with my guys in college. He said, gentlemen, this is the Alabama off-season conditioning program. I'm not sure Big T.
I don't know why I can't hear anybody except you, Justin. I don't know.
Well, Justin, tell him to stop talking.
But anyway, Street would say, This is the off-season conditioning program. He says, if you notice in the lower gym, there are 4 giant trash cans. And inside those 4 giant trash cans, 4 giant trash bags. That's for you who can't make it through the first 15 minutes. Because, gentlemen, we're going to run and run and run and run until you puke. I'm going to let you catch your breath, and then we're going to run some more. First exercise is the big 21. That's 21 sit-ups, 21 push-ups, 21 squat thrusts. Then we're going to do 19. Then we're going to do 17. We're going to do 15. We're going to skip 13, go down to 11, come back and do 13. Then we're going to finish 9, 7, 5, 1, 3, and 1. Man, we started doing them push-ups. By the time, and if you don't do it right, you got to start all over. So I know where Big T got that from, because we had to endure it. And that's why we were so fit. Because if you couldn't pass the big 21, you weren't going to the other exercises until Coach Goosetree. So I'm sure he did his penguin impersonation when he would tell y'all, we're going to do it till you get it right.
We all can hear you, Saleem. So was it him or was it Ken Donahue that taught you how to be ruthless? Because I'm hearing different stories. Either way, man, where did you get it from, Coach?
Yeah, I think he's still muted.
Golly.
Take your mute off, TJ.
I know. He trying
it's
to.
the microphone with the line over it.
Hey, Marvin, just remember, I ain't making these jokes.
I'm going to jump out of here so guys can jump in, man. It's a pleasure jumping on.
Thank you so much, Nico. We greatly appreciate you being with us.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
Respond to my message, too, man.
I got you. Y'all be easy.
Hey,
all right,
I come to Austin, drinks on me.
Big T, take your mute off, Big T.
All right. Is Cricket Wireless performing for you, Saleem?
I got Spectrum Mobile, man, but I'm messing with these audio settings, and man, I hear you clearly, but no one else is coming through, man. I don't know what's going on.
Saleem, come on, man.
Marvin said you're on 2 cans and a string.
Wow, man, he's gonna clown me and I can't even hear. Hey, Constant. I thought we had a fraternity of LBs, man.
Yeah, we do. That's why I'm gonna talk about that.
Yeah, I can't hear anybody except you, Justin. You're clear. You're very clear, but everybody else is.
You may have to go back out and come back in, man.
I tried it 3 times, so
get off your
I'll try it again.
You got that phone from Quick Trip with a 5-gallon gas purchase, did you? That's the problem.
Now we got Coach on 2 different screens.
Oh, now he's working now.
Yeah, he good now.
I'm getting an echo. All right.
Yeah, we should be good now. We should.
Come on, T, say something, man.
Oh, he got up out of there.
Oh,
wow.
Junior, you ought to make him do some burpees for that.
Did she just bring a PlayStation controller across the screen? What was that?
Hey, that's the NIL, bro. That's the NIL.
Hey,
right there.
Keep on playing, Justin. You'll get introduced to some stupid stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna get some stupid stuff.
See, there you go. Look.
We want to get some stupid stuff.
There we go.
It's working now. My daughter got it working. So
okay, now we got you.
We good. This electronic stuff ain't good for you, so I would never pass that class. No, but I've been listening. It's good. It's good to listen, and I've been listening to my audience, and I'm glad I couldn't talk because during that period, all I just
not gonna work.
From great people that tell great stories about me, you know, and it's great to hear them guys, Evans, Redmill, all them guys. You know, they were a great part of my life, and not being on time is like not being on time for your job. And you ain't long on time for your job, you get your butt thing. And they're like, stupid stuff, we're going to squat jump. And a guy named Jim Goosetree and Ken Donahue was great people in my life. And they taught me about discipline. And you got to have discipline to win and stuff. But right there. And my son, Jason know more strength coach than I do. I go to convention, I see Jason talk with people I don't know. I said, who's that, Jay? That's the coach at Washington State. That's the coach at Mad Dog. I said, damn, Jason, how you get to know all these guys? He go out and socialize. I go back to the room. Ryan Davis, he networked. I say, I'm through that network. Then he's next to me, and he'll say, Pop, you okay? I'm good, Jay. He take care of me now. You good, Pop? I'm good, Pop, right there. But he network. I get that much to him. He no more sell me. He been there cutting deals, making deals. I'm saying this boy is, I don't know where he got that from. He did that. So he making deals. And with Marvin always been a meathead since I know him. A little boy run around Tuscaloosa. Love the little weights and stuff. So he's pretty good. And he just, looking at all them guys that I touch and stuff.
Hey, Coach.
And
I'm gonna tell you one funny story. Junior know about this. When we was in school, every day was a workout day. We would always go find Lannis to find out what time he working out to make sure we did not show up when Lannis showed up.
See,
we knew you had something special for him.
See, but Lannis was my weak links. I did like the Indians and way back. I say Lannis come and bust his butt. I gotta make him grow. He a Georgia boy. Yeah, bro. So Lannis didn't like the Big 21. So he couldn't do Big 21, EJ, called Chuck too long. So I came with the Big 10. So I go 10, but when I get about 5, I start talking up or down, and that right there, he'll mess up. And they say, damn, we gonna whoop you, boy. And see, by all them days, and I know all the play for down there called the side track. And Friday was a get down day. When everybody go to Thursday night, everybody at the side track.
Yes, sir.
He's sleeping in the parking lot. Ooh, I'm gonna spend me some alcohol tonight this morning. So I will come in. I'll make sure Friday my thing right there. And I'll bust it up. Friday with a kick that day. Evans, Britt, all them boys going to the side track all night long, drinking that bucket, and going down to a place that sell that bucket. I said, I'm gonna get them. I'll ride through there late at night. I see their cars in the parking lot. Ooh, I said, I'm gonna get that butt tomorrow. So, I had a scheme. He was perfect. He was perfect with them guy. And they talk about the foxhole. I heard he talk about the foxhole. And that's something I talked with a friend in the military. And that way you go in there, every moment each one of them know who in our foxhole. You got God, you got the Son, the Holy Ghost in your foxhole every moment. So I'm trying to tell you guys every morning they wake up, know who in your foxhole, know who play on the right hand side, left hand side, and who behind you. And you got success. And a lot of people don't know that. And I looked at, and a lot of time, the wife called him. I gotta make sure I answer this one call. Sorry, I gotta answer this one. I ain't allowed to you on that. Nate, what's up? We didn't crank.
That's the Nick Saban moment right there. That's the Nick Saban moment right there.
Hey, we all got to answer to our boss.
Okay, I'm gonna give Lisa my phone call. I'm gonna give Lisa my key. Okay. Okay.
No, I was thinking about that. Like, you better answer.
Hey, I'm gonna answer that phone call. I ain't too proud. I ain't really Hey, I learned one thing from retiring. When you go to your benefit, they want to know one thing: who your beneficiary is. And everything I sign, Willie Mae Jones. So she well off. So I gotta make sure that woman got a piece of mind. Her call won't start. So it's back some with the key. So I'm good. But I had to answer that phone call. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. But it's good. But you gotta know who in your foxhole. And every day you get up. And when I work with them guys, the generation changed from Marvin to the new guy, a new group of linebackers. And with Marvin them and Terry Jr. them and Griff, Redmill, all the guys, they had crumbs. You know what I mean? They came from nowhere. They had crumbs. They know where to take these some crumbs. Nah, these boys don't eat crumbs no more. They got a whole damn loaf of bread waiting on them. With this new stuff out there, they ain't go to the restaurant. But they were hungry, and they were still hungry in life. But today, kids ain't hungry. They know I got to do this. I ain't pleased with it. I couldn't do Big Ten today with nobody. Because they get up, I'm gone. I ain't come to Alabama for this shit. They don't. So it's different. They hungry. And that would make championship. One coach we talk about, you talk about Coach Bryant, and you talk about Coach Saban. But it's a coach in there nobody never talk about. And he won a championship, and that Gene started. Gene came in with a group of athletes with no names, put a thing from the NFL. He came from the NFL, adjusted well coaching and everything, and taught these guys how to be winners. And then we'll talk about that 92 championship. This year would be 30 years and 92 national championship. Eric Curry, Kobe, Lassie. Them some name, man. You got no name. Coach Stoughton took them kids, molded them into players, and won a national championship, man. And all the other names, they recruited it, built it high. But Coach Stoughton came in and took some no names and won a national championship.
Big T, let me ask you about that, Big T. So it's funny you say that. Antonio Langham and George Teague said the only reason they won the championship was because of the defense. They say they carried Jay Barker and Derek Lassie. They had a whole argument about this.
Now, you can go, but okay, you look at the numbers on that defense. Look how many first-round draft choices they have on that defense. Can you go on your finger? Look how many they had two in the secondary. They had two defensive men. Now, anywhere I go, you got to have some defensive men. You got some bookends, I'm going to win. You had two bookends there. You have some other guys on offense, they were there, but the blue-collar workers on the offense, they were pitching them out. But their defense was off the chain. You had Alaska, he run the ball all day. He was a Harlow kid, man. So right there.
We got a question for you from the audience, Coach, from Jamie Wilhelm. He wanted to know your view of the current team. And by extension, I want to ask, does Dallas Turner and Will Anderson remind you of the dynamic of Curry and Copeland?
They do. They got talent, but they can rush. And today's society, them kids is like Anderson. We came as a freshman. On the weekend, this kid would come. I'll be in my office doing paperwork. This kid would come in going on a Pilates machine. He came on and worked that then. So I say this kid got some greatness in a young kid give up the thing right there in greatness. But it's baseline right there. Football is two things. Anywhere when I played and not, the two things. Knowing what to do and hit them in the head. And if you don't know what to do and hit them in the head, you ain't gonna be good. And that was about these guys right here. Them two kids know what to do on defense. They know it's time to hit them in the head. So, and it's about that. But it's pretty good. But Copeland and Curry, you were good.
Well, give props to your defense, man. 1977, you had some dudes, including yourself, man. Talk about that defense, and where would you say that team ranks and against all the others?
I go back to Coach Donahue, and we were offensive linemen, the nose guard and the defense end. Our job to keep where the linebacker can run. Rich Ringo, Barry Crowd, Mara Lyons. We had a good kid now. I went down to Cottonwood, Alabama with my big buddy, Curtis McGregor, this weekend. And I saw where he came from. He was a great defensive lineman, too. But we had great secondary, too. Murray Leg, we had great cornerbacks and stuff. And we played good football. And I think the Lord Jim built us down there. You get down there doing that big 21, you find the leak, and it was going. But we played defense. And Ken Dunn made us be disciplined defense. And I'm thinking about Alabama defense day with Coach Saban, they discipline in that thing. And you got to have discipline to play defense. So it's pretty good.
But before we kind of wrap things up, we got another question from the audience, Coach, from Kenneth Sawyer. He wants to know, do you think the misuse of NIL will change college sports for the better or worse?
I'm going to go back to what I said. The kids today, they don't eat crumbs. They can go to the store and get a loaf of bread. I mean, Roman meal, expensive bread. If these kids today learn to eat crumbs and where they come from, they're good. They looking at the Oreos instead of eating crumbs. And when they go, they got a whole loaf of bread. They got a slice of bread. When they're up on campus, they got a slice of bread. They can eat what they want to eat. Back then, when I went to school, you get the crumbs, you know what you're going to eat, everything. These guys here eat female with yawns, big old steak, porterhouse steak. They don't want no pork chop. So it's a difference with that thing. And I think it would change kids' things. I think the social media killing the kids because they come on today, social media killing them up, One thing I used to do that, and I go to my main man now, Scott Cochran. First day on campus, Scott would leave me in church. He said, "Come," he bring me off. He said, "Big T, do your thing." So I walk in that weight room. They get on my line. They have to be in a certain line on my shit right there. And he said, "Do your thing." I said, "I don't give a shit. You a 5, a 4, a 3, or either walk on. You had never put that crimson jersey on, so you're a 0 to me. Until you get on that field and play down in football and put that crimson jersey on, you ready up, but you're a 0. And we'll do the Big 10. And we go right there, be the teamwork. And we don't know how to do why we do that. Then we start adding up national championship. So I get that much to come in, a kid a 5-star. Oh, you got to treat him special. Don't say they don't do that. Or what neighborhood you came from, they talk, or what your parent was in school. They still do the same thing. But cops used to do that. And that first day, then the first day they had football camp, I always took the freshmen over to the stadium, and we're going to run them 16-110. They don't run them 16-110. People say that is not football related, but when I was in school, we had to run a mile. That was 16-110, and they had to run a mile, then 16-110. But now they say they're not related to football, but that ain't the purpose of that. So the first day, we always went to the stadium, and I always tell them kids, I say, people paying $75,000, $75 to see your ass run up and down the field. Excuse me for cussing. I say $75, and they bend over. Mark Ingram came, and he would bend over. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I said, who told you to bring your little short butt down here in Alabama? I can't breathe. He really would kill us. So if you ain't Mark today, he would say that. I said, I ain't tell you come sign no down here. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. So it's a thing that me and Cop did, and come to reality, and that was that break them down. It wasn't killing them. In the same way, when you go in the military, they talk about now, when you step in Paris Island, you got that old drill sergeant say, get on that block, stay there, and where you from? I never like to know people by their name. I said, where you from? Well, your name is Georgia, your name is Michigan, right here. I ain't give them no name. I give them where they came from. And that's your name. Until you do something, I will learn your name. Right now, you hadn't did shit for Coach TJ, so I'm not going to learn your name. That is a waste of memory for me. I got too many concussions. But they won't pay me for it. I tried to get that, but they won't give it to me. So, but your name is, where you from? That's your name. I always gave everybody a nickname. Even when I did girl basketball, did that, I said, where you from? That's your name. Until you score 2 points or do something, that's your name. I don't care. But that was Coach TJ. And I always, and at the end of the summer program, Scott would say, come here, Coach TJ, who in the foxhole? So we'll get a list of kids who in the pay the prize during the summer. Who in the foxhole? I get ready. So you ain't run? You ain't do that? No, you ain't in the foxhole. I can't trust your ass. And by the end of the month, I always go tell Scott, I said, Scott, the Hayden is born now. We don't need to be killing the boy. It's time to go to work. Let's go. We put the Hayden born in June, and right now, it's time to get ready for football. So we had a good time together. I get that, you know. Yeah, we won, 6, 7 national championships, so it must work.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up, man. Wow. That was awesome. Well, guys, we actually have gone over, but, man, it's been a fun ride. Really have enjoyed it. Before we close up, TJ Jr., Jason, man, if you would, say a few words about, what your dad has meant to you as far as your career, and kind of send us off in the right way before I close up shop.
I'll let you go, Jason.
With me, even when Marvin was in the weight room, his tight ass shirts, when my brother, all of them, always with the little guy that were running around the weight room, climbing on stuff, but I always idolized him, seen him as a coach. So I knew when it was my time, if I played football, whatever sport I played, at the end I wanted to be a coach. I wanted to be just like him. So although I got the coach, I'm happy I got to coach with him the years I did at Alabama. So it really, like I see coaches now, and they never seen that old school type coach. So when I'm coaching now, I got a lot of coaches that's older than me, and they'll come there like, man, you got that old school feel to you. I'm like, man, that's pop. Like I seen it from ground up, so it kind of was built into me. But he mean a lot. He mean a lot to me. You know that I just came from up there yesterday, so we. We talked to play some spades yesterday, but he mean a lot to me, and glad he got to retire, get to kick his feet up some.
Hey, Jason, who won the Spades game?
Yeah.
Man, we were partners. We ended up losing to my mom and my auntie.
No, you can't win nothing, Jason. Come on, you
I know.
Louisiana
I know.
Lafayette, you losing in spades, man.
I think we might have broke even though. What you say is a tie, so that means I lost.
Yeah.
Well, Junior, it's your turn. And by the way, did you ever get that fish smell out of your apartment?
Yes, we finally got that fish smell out of our apartment about 2 weeks later. Marvin asked to put the dead fish in our vent, but yeah, that's a whole nother other story. But I tell you, my dad, like I said, we're my dad, and we talk all the time. He talk about getting his flowers while he's here, and it took some teeth pulling to try to get him on here and the technology issues, but I really want to give him opportunity so everybody can get him his flowers. Everybody can get a chance to say, I love you, Big T. Thank you for what you did for me. Thank you for all the push-ups, all the cussing out, all that stuff. It made me into the man, the father, the coach, the teacher, the businessman that I am today. And I know a lot of other guys that couldn't get on, that would have got on, they would have said the same thing. Like, I go back to them times when we in line doing the Big 21 and doing Big 10. We outside running it, trying to touch this line to make sure we behind the white line. When we in this weight room, in the old weight room, not that new weight room, when we was in there in the indoor facility, all those things that you made us do, you made us better people. You made us better men. You made us who we are today. And like you said, it's an honor for me to be here to share my dad with all the guys that came through here for the last 30 years. What he had done for those guys. And like you said, me and my brother, like you said, we appreciate you. Like you said, we both fathers taking care of our kids. We see what you have done, the sacrifices that you made years to make sure that we got fed, that we got what we needed. Hey, love you, Pop. Thank you. Your flowers, well deserved. Hey, crown is on me whenever we get back together. I got a bottle of peach over here waiting for you.
Yep.
So I got to tell you something, Big T. It was about 2 days after you retired. One of the guys who we played with, he don't do social media. He in Mississippi living in the Stone Age, if you ask me. But he called me. He said, Big T retired. Tell me, Big T. He was so excited. And he said, man, I owe this man so much. He said, I just want to talk to him. I just want to let him know how much he meant to me. That damn Freddie Millen. Freddie went on for about 30 minutes talking
Freddie
about
Millen.
That's good.
But he was so happy for you, Coach. He really was. I mean, Freddie Millen was just happy for you, Coach, and he was just telling me how much you meant to him. And man, when I say it was nothing but words of kindness, for 30 minutes he went on about you, Big T.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Coach Jones is a model of consistency, man. You taught us so much, man.
Yeah. And
appreciate you, Coach.
I love that, and I treat all y'all equal, like Terry Jr. That, and everybody thought I would treat him different because I'm the son, but we all in the same fight. So, and the bottom line, I give thanks to the big man. The big man in charge is God. I thank God for bringing all y'all into my life, into my family, and let me touch y'all, and to be able to be a mentor in y'all life and teach you something right there. And one thing I taught now, and that Coach Brown taught me, is be on time. And I think about being on time, doing super stuff that you on your job today and everything. And I thank God for giving me a purpose. I had to be a football player to become a strength coach. And he taught me everything and just learned that to be a strength coach. He gave me 2 careers. So right now I'm living 2 careers. I had a football career in the NFL, then I had a career as a strength coach. And I'm blessed that each one of my sons followed me in one of them careers. And that's a blessing there. And I thank the Orient. I'm just reading all the messages over here on the side, and I ain't gonna lie to you. As soon as I hang up this, I gotta go see my wife and get this car running, find out what wrong.
Hey, Big T.
Hey,
Big T,
I bought one, but now I look like I'm gonna have to get to her.
Before you go, Big T, will you talk Junior into coming to work out with me? I mean, I'm only 15 minutes. Come on, man. It ain't that
Marvin, not Marvin. The man has said no about 5 times.
I'm good, Marvin. Marvin, you did good. because I'm kind of like Fred at Stonehenge, and I appreciate Jason and Terry. So Terry Jr. make sure Pop can get on that. He don't text me, Pop, yo, but he know I will not do stuff like this. And I appreciate you, Marvin, for staying on him. And I appreciate Jason, y'all good. And appreciate you. Yeah, so Terry Jones do not do stuff. Right now, I'm out of my environment doing this right here. I don't do stuff like this. So I'm out of my environment, Riley, doing this right here. I keep to myself. And about like this. A lot of people say, write a book. I don't write a book. I don't worry about know my stories. Because I went to Conway, Alabama, and I looked down at McGrew got a story. Everybody got their own story, and I'm like that. Even right with EJ. EJ got a story right there. I know EJ's story. Saleem got. I know a lot of stories. Britt story. But sometimes those stories need to stay with you. And I'm not good. So I appreciate it. I appreciate this moment you give me and being online and sharing this with me.
Man, it's a complete honor for all of us. And like you said, the people in the audience, man, showing their love. I think James Knox says it best right here. Thank you, Coach Jones, for raising our entire village. Thanks to his family for sharing Coach with the Crimson Tide Nation. So that's the best way to put it. Thank you to everybody who took part in this tonight, even through all the technical difficulties and people being booted off like Steve Brown. But thank you to everybody who participated. Thank you, EJ, for taking the time to do that. And for everyone else who jumped on, thank you so much. Absolute blessing. And Coach, enjoy that retirement. And hopefully we can convince you maybe to do it again someday.
We love you, Coach, man. Take care.
I will. I love y'all.
Right.
Y'all have
Let me go take care of my wife now. I gotta go.
Take care.
Get that car going, Coach. Get that car going.
Hey, I went to get the keys of my car. I bought me a retirement gift. So hell, ain't no retirement gift no more. So I have to give up my retirement gift. I'm getting to it tomorrow. I'm gonna go get it now. Thank y'all.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Bob.
Thank you, Jess.
Yeah, thank y'all guys. Great show. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.